We'll cover the SliverAppBar widget of Flutter. So let's get going. First, you have to import the package, that is material.dart. That's the must in every Flutter code. Now we have to define the main method that will basically run our complete application. In this main method, we have this built-in method that is runapp. Oops, not run zone. Runapp that comes built in which we have to pass our main class that will basically hold all our main widgets. My app, we have to even add the parenthesis. Okay, it's showing me the error because I have not defined the my app yet. My app extends. Now we will extend stateless widget because we don't have anything that will make the widget re-render. So stateless widget. Okay. Now in this class we have one method known as build method that will basically rerun every time. By rerun I mean re-render every time we hit hot reload, that is we refresh our application in debugging state. So widget build, this is the build method with return type widget because this build method will return a widget as a return type. Build context. Now this build context is a type which basically holds a context value. Now what is a context value? So context value is something that our app carries as a state, and every time we hit out reload, that state is passed on to it, and that state is tied up to the widget and it's reloaded. So as this is a widget function returning a type widget, we have to return a widget as we know by basic rules of programming. So we will return a material app that is a widget. Now here we could have returned center, container, card, column, that stuff, but in order to implement the custom scroll view, that is what we are gonna use for the SliverAppBar, we need either a scaffold or a material app. In this video I'm gonna use the material app as our main widget. In material app we can't implement a child directly, we have to put it in the home property. In home property I am going to add custom scroll view. Now why did I do this? Because SliverAppBar is something that we use when we define some explicit scroll effects, and for that we need custom scroll view as our parent widget, and that's why I have used custom scroll view as my home. In this I'll use slivers. As we have children's for normal list views, we have slivers over here, as slivers is a nice alternative for something that we do with explicit scrolling. Now in slivers, as we are working with SliverAppBar, the only child that I will pass is SliverAppBar. Alright. In SliverAppBar, I can add title, I can add leading, I can add background, but that will basically make it up as a normal app bar. But I don't want it as a normal app bar, right? I want to do something extraordinary with it. So what I'll do, as you can see on my emulator on the right side, I have an extended app bar that looks somewhat different from the normal app bar. So I'll add flexible space. I'll pass flexible space bar widget over here, add in a comma. In flexible space bar, what I can add is I can add a title that we basically do with all app bars. That's a normal thing that we carry on. I'm gonna put in SliverAppBar, and I can add a background. Now this background can be any image, any logo, any widget, static widget obviously, but I'm gonna use Flutter logo for our demo purpose. Okay, but for this flexible space to implement itself, we need some height, we need some expanded height for the app bar so that it looks somewhat different from the normal app bar. And for that we have expanded height. For this video we'll keep it 160. Alright, That's it, we have implemented a SliverAppBar. And now if I open my terminal and if I hit hot reload, we can see the app bar has got implemented. You can see this can go up, come down. Alright, I don't want the notification panel. Okay. We have a third property in SliverAppBar known as pinned. So when I set pinned as true, what happens is, let's suppose if I add 5 to 6 containers below this app bar as with the normal application, as we do the normal application. Now when I scroll it, as we have defined that in a custom scroll view, that will get scrolled. But when we have this pinned as true, it won't disappear from the screen. It will be there pinned at the top. But when you define pinned as false, it will disappear. So you can try ahead with this, like you can add some sliver persistent headers, other sliver containers, and try out with that. When you scroll, if you set pinned as true, it will stay on the top, and if you set pinned as false, it won't stay on the top. Now I can't really demonstrate that because we don't have that many amount of widgets, but obviously you can give it a try. That's it. That was a SliverAppBar, and we don't have anything. Like, let's suppose if I change the height and again add hot reload, the height got reduced. Some people feel this debug badge over there annoying, so we have one trick to disappear that. We can add debug show check banner as false, and we see that getting disappeared. That was just a bonus tip in the video. Well, that's it. That's how we implement SliverAppBar. Thank you.